I'm so glad you found this. Spirit led you right here, right now for this message, and it's going to be from them. I want you to know that this is specifically for who comes into your mind first. The first person you want a message from. This is from them. I'm going to do 3 piles, and then you can feel called to whichever pile it is. Hey, Double A. Hey, Angie. Good to see you. We're doing the 15-minute lightning round. This is a short reading, so it's going to be a 15 minutes. So if you want a reading right now, cheap lightning round, 15 bucks, Cash App or donation on my website, and I'll go ahead and give you a card, and a bottom of the deck is free. If you want 2 cards, which is what I recommend, $30 on Cash App or my donation, and I'll do an oracle plus a tarot and answer your question. Let's go ahead and get these piles going. I am going to be on the Tea Talk in about 15-20 minutes. So I hope you follow me over there for more in-depth readings. Hey, Kilowatt. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. Okay. Bottom of the deck is silence. I think for a lot of you guys watching this video, you might be ghosted, or maybe this is just a period of silence between you and your partner. It's just a quiet night. Maybe they haven't reached out. You haven't reached out to them. There's just some distance right now. So let's get a message from them. I'm going to intuitively just start speaking from each pile. I want you to just pick one. This is going to be an intuitive reading, so no cards except for these. So for pile number 1, honestly, what I feel with this person is they had a choice. They made their choice. They turned their back on you. They have not looked back yet. They're a little bit distracted right now with what's going on in their life. They feel like they have to focus on some things that they need to fix, and they need to move forward with it. But they do think of you. You are still in the radar. You're still around them, in their presence, in their energy. They feel you, okay? They feel your aura. There's a beautiful psychic connection for you with this person in pile number 1. There's also what I feel like an angel that kind of watches over you in pile number 1. Someone that's no longer here, that kind of helps you make your choices, that kind of guides you, gives you signs, nudges you. And I also feel like the purple amethyst is something that you could really love or need to purchase right now for calming, peaceful, healing energy. Okay, I know it's an intuitive stone, it's a psychic stone, and it represents that beautiful crown chakra. But more than that, it's a very calming, relaxing stone. So it brings peace. And I do think that right now you guys are maybe on a break, you know, and you need peace. And the silence is just a break from the drama, the chaos. I'm so glad they didn't bring all their drama into your life, because they had a lot of it. So if they're over there dealing with it, let them. Because honestly, all they were going to bring to the table right now is a bunch of their drama. This person really likes long hair, so I don't know what kind of message that is for you, but they would prefer your hair long if you had a choice. Or maybe they have long hair. I don't know. I definitely feel like this person is very stubborn. They're not completely immovable. They've made up their mind in your mind. They made up their mind, they're done with me. No, they did make up their mind. They did say, this is it, this is what I want. They turned their back on you a little bit, but it can change. This relationship is malleable. Like you can move it around, you can adjust it. There is definitely some changes that can be made in this connection for the better in the future. And I definitely feel like you're going to have a future with this person. I'm hearing 6 weeks. So a union actually is what I'm hearing in 6 weeks, a reunion, a happy get together. So yeah, I feel like something great, something wonderful is going to happen in 6 weeks between you and this person. It might even be a date or an outing or a get together or a sleep night over. I don't know, but I just feel like there's going to be a lot of joy in 6 weeks. So enjoy the moment that you guys have distance. To close that up, I just want to give you a romance angel. All right. Yeah, there's retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And for me, that is, it's time for you to disconnect from this person. It's just confirming, yeah, we're going to disconnect for 6 weeks. It's not forever. It's temporary. And they have a lot of drama. So just let them. That's really the message. Okay. A lot on their plate. You probably do too, but not as much. So let them go deal with the drama. You'll come back together in 6. All right. So let's go ahead and move on here to pile number 2. My intuitive guidance here. Let's see what this is. This person is feeling like they have to put on a show for other people. Like they're on a stage. They're performing. They're really not true to themselves. I'm feeling some strong Libra vibes from this person. They're a very creative type of person. They love creativity. They're artistic. And they're fun. But they're very strict. This person loves a schedule. This person is all about their schedule. It's very important. They like to keep to it every day. If their schedule changes, that's not okay with them. They don't know how to get away from the rigidity of their life. This is a very rigid person. And it's shocking because they're so creative. But they're very hard on themselves. I'm very judgmental of you. They do compare you to themselves like, oh, I'm doing so much. What are you doing? I'm doing this, this, and that. Oh, hey, Caitlin. I see your donation, and I'm happy to answer your questions. That is awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, I just feel like in this particular moment of time, they're very mean a little bit. It's all about them and the world. They're not looking at you in a loving way. I feel like you need help to disconnect from them because you love them and you want to get close to them, but they're not letting you in. They're just not. And it's very hurtful. It's very, very hurtful. It feels like swords in your back. It feels like betrayal and shock to an extent. You know this isn't the real them. But you also have trouble getting in to the real them. So who is the real them? And this is why I think help is here. The angels are like, we're dealing with it. You know, we're here for it. They want you to step back and accept the moment and for what it is. I don't know if this person is really going to come back into your life. But I do know if they are back into your life, the angels, the fix-it angels, the temperance angels are going to help. If this person is important to you as a soul, they'll come back. If they are not meant for you, they're going to disappear. I think you've cried a lot over this person. You've given yourself completely. You've opened up. You've opened your heart. You have been very, very supportive. You've supported them through thick and thin. When they have had big problems, you've been right there by their side. So it's very shocking that they would judge you so harshly. And you're kind of like, wow, did you forget? Everything I've done for you, how I've been there for you, did you forget? How many times I came to help you last minute? Who are you talking to like that? So I do get this feeling of betrayal in pile number 2, complete betrayal, because you would never treat them the way they're treating you. And I just want you to know, like, in your reading, I feel the pain, the sorrow, the sadness, the betrayal, the knives in your back. And I know that it hurts to sever these ties, to save yourself, but you just can't be around this fake energy anymore. And I know there's a softer side to this person, there's a good side to this person, but they're not showing you that right now. This is all about them, their dreams, and what they want in life. They're very, very driven. And again, they're so rigid. I don't even know how you would comfortably fit into their world. Like, this is the kind of person that gets up at 6 a.m. and has a regimen of like protein shakes, vitamins, a walk, journal time, or reading, or working out, you know, and then starting work, or starting some, you know, how do you say, starting some kind of productive day. And it's like they have a schedule, they have it written down moment by moment, you know, and it's just like, how do you fit into that schedule? This person can be affectionate and can be loving. And I know you've seen that part of them. You're hungry for more. You want that beautiful part of them. I want to admit to you, my intuition is saying they do have a problem mentally. I'm not saying they're crazy or anything, but they have some kind of a disturbance. And this could be, you know, bipolar disorder. It could be borderline personality disorder, you know, something like that. To where, you know, they're not completely right there. They might even have a case of OCD, you know, and you just want to heal them because you're like, you've been traumatized. I can help you. But they don't want it. They don't want your help. Let's see what the back of this card says. Ask for help. Receiving is an act of generosity. So they don't know how to receive your love. This person doesn't know how to receive it, how to say thank you, how to have you in their life. You improve and better it. They don't know how to take that. This is also someone who can deliver very harsh criticism, but cannot take that criticism back. You have to always play nice, and you have to wear the gloves all the time in this relationship. So even though they take the gloves off, you can't take yours off, because if you came at them even in half the way they came at you, they would fall apart, their ego, their confidence. They would lose it. They would be hysterical. Hi, guys. So, as far as you coming back together with this person, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the fix-it angel is here. And I do feel like if they're meant to be on your path, they'll come back. If not, this is going to be a goodbye. This is like the final curtain, you know, the final show. I just see that, like, they're so self-absorbed a lot of the time. You can't get past that. And you know it's a show. You know it's not the real them. They're just living a very fake life. And you're darn right they need help. And the angels are trying to help them. So what is a message about your connection with this person? Let's see. Flirt, which is pretty much all they do. They extend a lot of flirtation towards you, you know, and that's what keeps you in the game. They're always messaging you like, hey, hey, sexy, have a great day, beautiful. Like they have catchy phrases and they tickle or they wink, they keep you intrigued. A little bit narcissistic in a sense. They do keep you intrigued. Not enough to say you're mine, don't go anywhere, be loyal, but to the point you're always in communication. So this is a walking on eggshells kind of relationship. And you're like, I don't know what to do. Okay. Like I said, I don't see this going a lot of places. They're very self-absorbed. This person is also on camera. They could be an actor, an actress, a singer. They could have a heavy social media presence, or they're just working on getting a social media presence. That may be why they're very driven in their schedule and what's going on with them. Maybe they record everything, and so it's very frustrating to have a relationship with somebody like that. How could you, when they're always fake, right? They're always in the camera. They're always putting on a personality, putting on a show. That explains so much with this stage. I'm putting on a show. I'm putting on an act, social media wise. And you're sitting, that makes so much sense. You're sitting here like, wow, that's not who you are in real life. I can't believe you're just putting on the show. So that kind of, I feel very much that's what it makes sense to me for. But yeah, we're going to leave that there. That concludes your reading for pile number 2. What a mess, right? But I hope I've given you decent advice here. I hope I've told you what the situation is. A message from them, honestly, is I'm going to flirt with you, but that's about to the extent. They're not looking for some long-term commitment. They are busy with their life. So their message is, I like you, but I like you when I have time for you and when I can fit you into my schedule. That's when I like you. That's when I want you around. So you're going to have to be wide open to be in my life. And, I don't know, but there you go. That's, if you picked pile number 2, that is their message. That's just the truth of the situation. Oh gosh, and I dropped all my cards. Wow, 2 decks. Including my romance angels. Okay. So I'm going to go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, so we're going to do pile number 3. And I'm channeling rest. This is a break. I already feel it. A break. It feels like a death. It feels like a break up. But it's not. Sleeping Beauty is what I'm channeling here. You have to get the kiss from your true love. Okay, and I'm not talking about the old traditional Disney Sleeping Beauty, but the one with Maleficent, And it's like there's a curse here that nothing's gonna become of any relationship except for the right one, and you're waiting for the right one. This is very much 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of silence. There's not a lot of talking. We did get silence at the bottom of the deck here. A lot of quietness between you and this person. The back says here, rest and relax, release guilt, and make your needs a top priority. Don't feel like you did something wrong to have your relationships not work out. You didn't do anything wrong. You were just living your life, experiencing your karma, growing and becoming who you are as they were becoming who they were. It was all part of the story. It was part of the plan. Almost like when Sleeping Beauty was cursed at birth, it was always destined that she would prick her finger on the wheel, a spinning wheel, whatever. And it didn't matter how you could avoid it. At that age, she would go to sleep. That was the curse. And I just feel like it was already written in the stars, all the relationships that have failed in your life. And if you're going to look back and tell yourself, I could have done this better, I should have made this choice, then it would have lasted. Maybe if I would have told them this, maybe if I hadn't said this, maybe if I would have gone over here when they needed me, you replay these things like I could have and I should have and I would have, all the ifs, right? You've replayed that. This message is to calm you and say, listen, it didn't matter what choice you made. It would have ended up the same way with the same result. And Spirit wants you to have peace, knowing that you're not screwing things up, that you're just living your best life. You're living your plan, your destiny, and your fate. If somebody was meant to die in your life, they were meant to die at that time, and there's nothing you could have done about that. If somebody was meant to go rogue, go vogue, and just like be quiet and ghost you and disappear out of your life, that's what was meant to do in that relationship. And if right now you're in a period of quiet and silence with your newest connection, it's part of the plan. There's a lot of introspection happening, a lot of deep diving and soul searching. Your partner is really doing most of the work. You're getting a break. You have done so much growth over the last 6 years. So much growth inside of you. You're tired, you're exhausted, and you've been having a lot of dreams. I feel like the dreams you've been having is night after night after night. You're like, what are these dreams? I'm not saying they're repetitive. It's just, it's unusual for you to have dreams every night back to back. Like sometimes you just don't dream at all. So what's it telling you? It's just showing you your life, showing you what you've been through, showing you how you've accomplished things. It's supposed to kind of just be a review and help you just wrap things up. And just like, okay, I see where I've learned that. You're just kind of looking back and kind of doing a checklist in your dreams. A lot of you guys are setting your priorities straight in pile number 3. You're creating good, healthy boundaries. You're getting more rest. Oh, you're taking very good care of your body. I see health is at a peak. I see a home gym coming, or like a gym membership. I just see like you have all the time in the world to work out, like work on your body. It's a serious priority, and you're making it like number 1 or number 2 in your book. Skin health, hair health. Someone's going to be taking some collagen for sure. And I definitely feel like there's going to be some weight loss. I'm hearing 40 pounds will be gone within 3 years, whether you've been working on it for 3 years or you will be for the next 3, but that will be gone. You'll be at the best version of your best self. I definitely feel a dragon would be your spirit animal. Like a dragon is you're going to see signs about dragons. You're just going to see them everywhere. Like, oh, another dragon. Oh, another dragon. That's crazy. I'm seeing so many dragons. And it's a sign that's kind of your spirit animal at the moment. Maybe even a dragon tattoo you may be considering getting. And a crescent moon. Curtains are going to be a thing. You're going to, I don't know why these messages are coming in, like who thinks of curtains, but curtains. So you might be looking for curtains to cover your windows, putting curtains up where curtains don't belong, or just like curtains are a thing right now. But curtains. Tile flooring. I don't know, like, are you working on your house here? Cleaning, shampooing. There's a lot of exhaustion, like hard work, even gardening. Like, I just see a lot of home stuff. A lot of home stuff is what I'm channeling here. I definitely feel like the person who's into you loves painted nails, painted feet, painted nails. They like pink, maroon, purple, reds, if you will. One of your favorite colors, though, that you're going to be going to in the home and outside is green. I don't know why I'm channeling these things. It's crazy. Is there a David in your life? Do you know a David? I feel like there's going to be a David you might meet or come into contact with. Could be a brother, uncle, friend, lover. I don't know. Just a police officer you meet on the street. I don't know. But I definitely get that energy coming in. And I feel like you're just going to feel very attractive. You're going to feel like you look really good. Like, you walk out, you're a little confident. Like, this is a good day. I smell good. I feel good. Things are going good. You carry this positive energy. You're like, ah. I feel also, I felt the Death card earlier and the Four of Swords. Can I just say, I think you ended something with someone. You cut it off. They didn't cut it off. They didn't make a choice. You did. And it was about 4 days ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. Something with a 4. Probably 4 days ago. I don't know. But you cut it off and you're just like, yeah, I feel good about it. Here. In fact, cutting this off gives you peace. You're just like, I don't have any stress anymore. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about them bugging me, needing me. I don't have to jump when they say jump. I don't have to. I'm free. I'm detached. Interesting. So as you go and live your best self, that's not making sense, but you know what I mean. As you go and live your best life for yourself, you're not looking back. You're not worried. You're just like literally enjoying. The movie that comes to my mind for pile number 3 is Eat, Read, Love. Yep. And that's kind of your vibe for pile number 3. Eat, Read, Love. Julia Roberts, she gets divorced from her husband. She's been with him for years. She just can't do it anymore. I don't know. She's just freaking out. She's not in love. I don't know. She's in a weird place. And she doesn't want to live in New York anymore. She had a good life. She had a nice home, a good marriage, like a nice job, the average, right? She didn't want it anymore. And she decided to travel. So she went to Italy. And then she went to like some tropical place, Bali or something like that. And she found Buddhism or Hinduism, whatever it was. Like she found a new meaning, a new religion for herself, a new way of life. She met a guru. She met teachers. She made friends. She had a fling. Then she got away from the fling. Then she fell in love. And she didn't want to fall in love. And then it just happened. And like craziness, like her life just fell into place in a very weird way. And I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen to you. Like I said earlier, your life was predestined. You hit milestones you were going to hit regardless. And as you kind of let go of the reins, you're like, okay, I don't even want any control anymore. I just want to feel my way through life. I want to eat good, feel good, sleep good, and just feel very intuitively your direction. That's how things are going to fall into place for you. So I feel like, yeah, you're just going to be very open. You're not planning the next 10 years of your life. You're planning the next day. Like, that's it. You're very much in the moment and you're very much at peace with it. Okay, so let's just see what kind of love situation's coming up for you. A deception. Okay, trust. Ooh, the reason you left this person is you just couldn't trust him anymore. You're like, yep, Stephanie, I couldn't trust this person. I tried to trust them and I couldn't. Like, I just knew intuitively they were like lying about so many things. They were being fake. They were wearing a mask. They weren't honest. They weren't faithful. They were not. And you're just like, I cannot be with an inauthentic person. I know when someone's wearing a lie, and my radar, my red flags were flying everywhere. And you're like, as much as I cared about this person, bye. Bye, Felicia. And you realize this person is wearing a false mask in this relationship. And even if it wasn't like they were doing something bad, maybe they were just faking being good. Maybe they were just faking being in love. Maybe they were just faking being into you. Who knows? I'm not saying it had to be some bad thing, but whatever it was, you're like, they were fake and they weren't genuine, and I knew it. I had to go. And so you're very wise. Anyways, I feel very good about you here. Yellow is going to be some kind of a gemstone for you right here. Carnelian's going to be the stone for pile number 2, but yellow is going to be prominent here. I don't know, it's like what, calcite, the honeybee, jasper kind of look. I forgot what that gemstone was. It's like yellow and black. It looks like a bumblebee. It's called bumblebee something. So yellow, calcite. What else is there that's yellow? A canary diamond. I don't know. I can't think of it. But yellows. Okay. And so you might just be a very happy person, but I don't know. That's what I'm feeling for you. So you're at peace. You're not worried about walking away from this situation. Okay. Oh, it is bumblebee jasper. Okay, good. I was like, what the heck is that? So that might be good for you here. And I just think that that's about action. Oh, citron. Thank you. Yes, calcite and citron. Bumblebee jasper. Topaz. That's the one I was looking for. I was like, it's not. Yeah, topaz. That's the sign here. So yeah, peace is here. As far as your relationship, oneness for you right now. Just oneness. Like I said, if you stumble upon another person, it's because it's meant for you. So yeah, I'm glad you called it on this fake person, though. You called it. So good job. Just like Julia Roberts in that movie, Eat, Read, Love. She called it on her husband. She's like, I love you, but this isn't it. She was gone. So thank you so much. These are my little readings for tonight. I am going to jump over to TikTok in a minute, but someone paid for a reading. So who are you in the chat? Caitlin with a C. There you are, Caitlin. Let's get you some answers. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate your donation. You keep my channel going. You support me. And I want you to know, may you be blessed 10 times the amount you blessed me with. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I send good and positive energy right back to you for your donation. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get these things answered. What is it you need information about? Let's dig in there. And if anybody else wants one, you can do my Cash App right there. There's the tag, or you can go to my website and donate. Oh, I hope I see you guys there. Yeah, I'll see you on the Tea Talk. I'm going to do another message over there. It will be a direct message about your situation. And we're going to compare it with a you versus them on TikTok. So I hope I see you guys over there. Billie Jean, you're looking for a mug? Yes, please like this video, guys. That's so helpful. You know, I'm dropping subscribers like flies. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just an algorithm, but slowly, like 5 a day, it's just been dropping. It's just weird. I don't get it, but that's what's happening. Caitlin, I would like to know what WTH is the reason this time David, okay, is being distant. And now I haven't talked to him since 3 this afternoon. Okay. Funny, it's a David. That's crazy. Let's take a look. Spirit, guide and direct me. Show me, why is David being so distant? Why is he being quiet? Spirit, please use these cards to direct me for Caitlin about David. Why is he so distant? So we have wisdom coming up. It's a pattern you've noticed for a while. My patience and understanding is getting thin. Okay. My intuition right away tells me like there's someone he's talking to. I definitely get that vibe. Do you feel that vibe? Do you feel that he is talking to someone? I get the vibe. So we see David here making excuses, acting very unavoidable. I'm sorry, unavailable. Obviously, I can't talk. Very unavailable after 3. Not available and unresponsive. Probably his BM again. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on. Show me David's spirit. So we have higher power in reverse. Down here we have to be fair. Yeah, he's trying to balance something out. I definitely get Empress and Emperor vibes. Husband and wife vibes here I'm getting. I definitely feel there's a lot of control. Even down here in the back of wisdom, we have let go of the need to control, trust in the wisdom of the divine plan. So I definitely get this controlling emperorship energy. His half-brother did pass this afternoon also. Okay, so they definitely, family getting together, family talking. But it's been a pattern for you. I do feel that he has been in communication with the BM tonight. It's coming up in the reading. He has been. Yeah, there's the third party. Nothing's going on with her, but they have been in communication. I don't feel that there's a connection, but there's a ticking time bomb between them. He's already let go of her. Devil card in reverse. I don't think the BM has let go of him. 8 of Cups in the reverse. There is this energy where I think she kind of wants to keep him around, or she wants him to come back in some sense. This might be brand new to you, surprising to you, shocking to you, but I get that vibe. I definitely feel like she's hanging around, and whenever there is a family drama, whenever there is a death, whenever there is something going on, she's like, I'm right here. Okay. Now, he's going to make excuses on why he wasn't available. And it's going to be my brother passed, or something was going on with work, or, you know, he's made excuses in this pattern that you've noticed. But let's see what he's really been up to in this pattern that you've noticed. Because I do see detachment. And I do see that that ex relationship is dead and gone in the water, or will be. Like, it's definitely, it's not going to come back to life. There's a bottom line hope. I do get the intuition that it's from her. But let's see where he's been. So where he's been, 7 of Cups in the reverse. Not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. So he's had some choices. The third party is here. I definitely feel other women have been in communication with him. The BM has for sure. I do think there's been another person that's been in communication with him also. There's there that could that other person could be you. Yeah. I definitely feel there's two women in his life. I do feel you're one of them. Creativity here. This is more you. He's offered you a little gift. He's offered you a little um, present, if you will, which is kind of like, hey, I want something with you. I can't give it all to you right now, but I want something with you. He's bedazzled you. He's kept you interested. He's shown you something that you want, and he's trying to hope that you guys can make that grow and become something more. Um, you're a very fun person. You're a very beautiful person. You're a very talented person. And you're very much Nine of Pentacles. Okay, you're very much into your essence. And you are attractive. And I know he knows that. You have a light about you that just, you're friendly with other people. People are drawn to you. They talk to you about anything. You could have been a psychologist or a counselor. You definitely have the healing touch. You could be someone that does healing massage. You might have a psychic gift that when you touch someone, you feel their energy, and you know what's going on. So you're just a very intuitive, loving, caregiving, nurturing, mothering kind of person. So you have this attractive light, and he loves that about you. He senses that. He feels that femininity in you. And it's very ancient. And I also feel like there was a connection in the past. I got a quick vision, and it felt very Viking. I don't know if you guys are into Viking things. Um, if that's your thing, if that's his thing. I don't know. I just got like a flash of Viking energy. And I just feel like there could have been a long ago connection, very in a Viking type way, which is very nomad, very rugged, rough, tough, um, kind of a people. But you brought a sense of softness to this rugged world. And he kind of reminds me of like a rough, rugged, masculine kind of Viking type guy. But you bring a sense of softness into his wild world. The Vikings also left one shore, crossed, and went to a whole nother. That was terrifying, but they're very brave. And I do feel like the energy here is he's going to have to leave his world, and something that is like he's going to have to leave the shore to go to another situation. It's very difficult for him because he does feel attached to his family and what's going on, but he knows this can't work. We're avoiding the inevitable. And he just knew like this was a nice relationship with the BM. It had its perks. It lasted while it did, but it wasn't forever. And so I do think he's in search of something, but he's well aware that that's not going anywhere. It's not growing. Look at that 3 of Wands in the reverse even. Like this has no potential to go somewhere. It's not going to go the distance at all. And look, there's the World card on the upright. Traveling the world. Okay, very Viking, traveling the world, traveling the ocean. Very cool. But yeah, he's just he is aware. A message from him is, don't worry. It's not going to go anywhere with her. If I'm in communication, it's for family things. I have control of myself, and I'm not letting anyone control me. I'm the man. I've got this. Very emperor. Okay, I've got this. Now he is making excuses. He's not being completely forthright and honest, but he is juggling a lot, Libra energy. To be fair, he has a lot on his plate, and he has a lot going on in that world. And he does have to leave that shore to come to another 44 minutes. But to be fair, he does have you in his sights. Now, there is some confusion with the 7 of Cups in reverse. And it's, I have choices. I haven't made them yet. I haven't decided. I don't know if I'm going to go with you, Caitlin. I don't know if I'm going to leave. I don't know if I'm going to stay. I don't know if we have a future. But I don't know that we don't. have a future. There's this energy of we're exploring each other right now. I'm seeing what you're about. I'm seeing if you have the potential. You're checking me out. You're seeing if I have the potential. This is a test. Do you feel like you're in a tested relationship? Because that's what it feels like. You've been given so many options, and so has he. But you guys feel like you can't possibly just choose one, and that's kind of his situation. He doesn't know who he can choose. There is a little bit of torn inside of him. And I know you get that vibe where he wants you, but he hasn't chosen you. He doesn't want you to go, but he doesn't want to grab hold of you either. It feels like he wants you on pause. It's like, and I hate to be rude about it, but it's kind of like, hey, let me figure out my life. You just wait. Pause. Hold. Chill. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. Don't entertain other people or I won't want you. Just be in the rafters. Like just be over there where I can see you, where I know where you're at. I'm going to go deal with my life. That's not fair to you. You're too wise for that anyways. But he's having a real hard time crossing the line as far as like, he's walking the fence, if you will. He's on the fence about you and just not choosing you. I don't know if there's another option. I don't really feel that as much as I feel, I don't know if I want you or I don't. It's not necessarily that there's somebody else. It's just, I'm not sure about us, if you will. So if he doesn't listen to his intuition here, he's going to F up. And I'm hearing that saying, go ahead, F around and find out. F around and find out. He has too much of a choice right now, like in front of him, like he's got a few options. But you know what? Fool's gold is real gold. And some things do not stick around forever. Caitlin, I think he can feel the shift. Let's see. Oh, he can feel the shift from you. Yeah. This has been going on for almost 2 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys have a good connection. And I actually have a FOFO on the back of my helmet. Oh, wow. Oh, really? You do? F around and find out. Okay, that's why I'm channeling it. I'm like, I'm getting the F around and find out vibe from you. Definitely got that vibe from you. And you're just like, go ahead. If you think there's a better choice, go ahead. If you think I'm just going to sit here and pause, wrong. Like, he definitely gets that you're testing him and you're just like, pick, choose, make a move, bust a move, because I'm about to bust a move. Like, you better bust one because I'm out. Like, I'm not going to just sit around and dangle, and you've been dangling. Notice the 2 and the 2 years. I definitely feel that. And you're just like, oh, this is too much. We're running out of time. Your wisdom is on fleek right now. And you're just like, it's too much. You're letting go of trying to figure this out. You're just like, whatever happens, happens, divine plan. But he feels the emotional pulling away. This is, I emotionally want to detach, but I'm not winning. That's what this is. And whether that be him or you, I don't know. Maybe it's both of you. I kind of feel it's both of you. But this is, I am trying so hard to pull away from this. Why can't I successfully do it? Okay, just a couple more minutes. So anyways, because you hooked me up, so I'm really going to pull another card and see. Oh, look at that. It's just so complicated. And it is, because he brought you into complications. Struggling to overcome self-imposed limiting beliefs. He brought you into a confusing world. He's got a lot going on. You also welcomed it. You walked into this. He wasn't completely available. But you have some insecurities that you've had to deal with for yourself. You've been dealing with a lot of this since childhood, and your mom mirrors some of these issues. There's some issues about your mom, you know? And you're a strong feminine. But, you know, these things creep up, and you tolerate things like this from him because of those insecurities. You've tried to get yourself out of them, and getting in with the moon and the emotions and the psychic abilities that you have has really helped you push forward past your wounds and your insecurities. Um, but you are not afraid to face your fears or loss because you've done it before. And you're like, I can handle this. If he wants to be a demon, if he wants to be a devil, if he wants to be negative vibe, go ahead. I've faced them before and won. I'm not scared of loneliness. I'm not scared of loss. I'm not scared of rejection, and I'm not scared of anything. Really, I'm not scared of anything. I've conquered fears. I forced my way through my fears by myself. So if you want to act a fool, act a fool. I've dealt with my demons. Okay. And so that's kind of what that means for me. And so he definitely senses you're not fearful to walk away from this. You're only just hanging around to find out, can this become something? Because he's led you to believe that it will, you know, and you had every good reason to believe that it will. He's left you lots of symbols and signs and synchronicities that this is going to be something. So you didn't stick around for no reason. But let's see where this is evolving. It's time to address how much effort you've given to him with your higher power. It's called the God or Goddess Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy to you. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority, not him. And the appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep and spiritual bond between you and this person. It's kind of held you hostage to an extent. And it's definitely hindered you a little bit from more growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connection with Spirit, of course, and remain aware of your true nature. Okay, he's kind of pulled you away from things. Now is the time to examine why you're giving him the energy he's getting and take back control of your mind and your boundaries. If you're obsessing about being right or these old sentiments or like the past, you know, you're hanging on to that, and all these failed expectations, then understand that you're a very strong, you know, emperorship energy. And when you see something out, you get it done. You're a very determined, conquering kind of energy. So when you see that there's been some failures in this connection, you want to correct them and make it right. You know that it can go right, and you know what it takes to fix it. So you're kind of a fix-it angel yourself. You're a temperance angel here. You're an alchemist. But about money or anything, even people and places and things, they're all going to be a source of which you create. You are the creator, the magician, the emperor. You create things, even empress vibes, right? So you need to examine Spirit as your source of this and what you would put Spirit through and what you wouldn't put Spirit through. So your boundaries need to respect yourself the same way. Take heart, for your higher power will never desert you, and it's always waiting for you to remember the sacred partnership you share with your manifestative abilities and your connection to Source. Turn away from this back and forth energy. Serve your highest good. Respect your spirit. You can always surrender your troubles and trust that they will be taken care of by your angels and your higher power. You are in good hands, and your ancestors and your healers and your guides will handle what needs to be handled. I think you're fearless. I think you're going to definitely pull and try to walk away from this. I will tell you this, he's not going to let you go so easy. He plays games. He is back and forth. You know, to be fair, that's what's going on. He pushes and pulls, and you're going to get this sense of hot and cold. You're going to get that vibe, and you know that's a red flag. And you know it's because he, 7 of Cups in reverse, hasn't decided. The only reason you are in and out of communication and hot and cold is because of a lack of his choices. So the advice here is take the choice off the table. Not in a way where you're cruel and breaking up like, F you, it's over, you know, in the sense of be a nice, B-I-T-C-H. I used to preach this all the time. A nice B-I-T-C-H is someone who is loving, affectionate, flirtatious, attractive, fun, but not giving. Someone that is a little bit of a tease, but for fun, for their own pleasure, not to give because they're open to give. This is someone very reserved. A nice B-I-T-C-H is reserved, but they do dangle, they do tease, they do play because they just got played with. So it's like, how do you say, like, don't play games with me, I'll teach you how it's done, kind of thing. That's the nice B-I-T-C-H. And it's like, you want to play games, I play it better, you know? And it's putting on that shield and being nice, cordial, communicative when they do reach out, but you make them wait 3 hours before you respond. Or maybe the next day. When they call and they say, do you want to get together last minute? Like, no, I really don't have time. But I can, you know, at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And they're like, well, I can't do that at 1. Okay. All right. You don't have to do it at 1. It's like, that's the nice B-I-T-C-H. I'm not cutting you off. I'm not saying I'm not available. I'm saying I'm not available when you want. That's the nice B-I-T-C-H. And so you getting control shows them I'm still wanted and desired. I know you want this, but now you're going to have to fight harder to get me. You're going to have to come at me harder. You're going to have to break down some walls. You're going to have to open some doors. I'm not handing it over. You're going to have to work for this. And it is the nice B-I-T-C-H's that get what they want. That's what they want. That's what this masculine wants. He wants to chase. But you're not going to play these games. So that's the advice I'm getting. Try to be more unavailable. If he does reach out to you tomorrow, which I think he will, don't respond right away. Don't heart it. Don't like it. Don't type back. Let it sit on red for what I'm hearing is like 6 hours. Let it sit on red. Then reach out and say, hey, super busy. I'm glad you're doing good. Also, remember, a nice B-I-T-C-H is very flirtatious. That's the meanness of the B-I-T-C-H. So you want to flirt. You want to send a sexy picture or kissy lips. Okay? You want to get them in their mind thinking, oh, okay, she wants to play. And then you go rogue. You go silent. You give him a dose of his own medicine. That's what needs to be done. If you want to do that. I don't know if you want to do these kinds of things, but that's kind of what's going on. So Caitlin, I've told him 2 days ago that what I'm wanting is consistency. What doesn't disappear and actions behind words. So he knows what you want. He's not giving it because he hasn't decided that he wants to give it to you. So if you want to just walk away, close the door. Don't look back. But if you do want to see where this leads, if you want to play a little bit, 7 of Cups, I suggest play like a nice B-I-T-C-H. Play the game like you're in control. You're going to be the one in control of the texting timing. You're going to be in control of the visitations and the energy. You're always, when you're in a nice B-I-T-C-H role, you're going to be flirtatious. You're always going to put on that sexy act. That's part of the nice B-I-T-C-H role. And it just keeps them wanting, yearning, and being driven towards you. So you're going to want to use that card because it's going to keep him intrigued and chasing. But you're going to close that door. You're going to give him a little inch, but not a mile. You're just going to give him a little bit. And then he's going to want to keep pursuing. Biologically in his brain, The chemicals are going to be signaling him, we're chasing, we're seeking, we're hunting. Very Viking, right? And that's what he wants. That's the masculine energy. They want to hunt. They don't want it given to them. So when you're not in a committed marriage, when you're being pursued, the best thing you can do is to keep them hunting. They have to hunt. That is in their nature when you're dealing with a man. That's in his nature. So keep him hunting, girl, if that's what you want. Let him come full way. Let him come 90. You go 10. Okay, let him come 90. That's going to help him make up his mind and close doors with his past. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. All right. Caitlin, oh, I will. And I know he will say, must be with your number 2, like he always says. That's okay. Keep him wondering. Just laugh and say you're ridiculous. Okay. That's funny. Just say that's funny, because that's neither denying nor admitting. Oh, that's funny. He'll be like, what? Well, what do you mean it's funny? Funny that I'm right? Or funny that I'm completely wrong? And just laugh it off. Be like, you are a character. You are hilarious. Well, I'm going to let you go because I don't want to hear that kind of crap. Talk to you later. Always end it with talk to you later. You know, keep him guessing, wondering what is going on in your mind. Whoa, your energy changed. You're being sweet and flirtatious, but you're pulling away. That's very contradictive. Usually you're flirtatious and sweet because you're all in. And you're laying it all out on the table and it's all on the plate. Here it is. And he's used to that. He knows what he's getting. Now you're going to be confusing him. You throw him a bone and then you run. And he's like, wait a minute, what? Usually you're giving it all to me. Like, what? He's going to be curious. And you want that because that's biologically, chemically what he needs to get going to start making decisions and pursuing. Anyways, I'm going to go. I love you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for your contribution to my channel. I appreciate you. I would love you to come back again for more readings. I'd love for you to be a member on my website. I have memberships that give you free readings throughout the month. It's a great deal. You get a chance to save like 60% of what you would for all those readings. So that's always available if you're interested, if you're into this kind of thing. If not, I just appreciate you coming in and donating when you can for a reading. But I'm going to go ahead and head over to Tea Talk in about 5 minutes. So if you guys want to follow me over there, I'm going to do a you versus them message and just get into their brain and what they're thinking and feeling and get into yours. So kind of revealing the subconscious. So anyways, I'll see you over there and I will be doing more questions on TikTok. So if you missed it in this live, follow me over there. All right. I love you guys and I'll see you in a little bit, I hope. Please like the video. Bye, guys.